don't think it gets much better than this. This kind of hunting checks pretty much all the boxes for me.
Insane. That is insane.
A wise man once told me, don't leave fish to find fish. We're headed out, and we're not coming back until we kill something.
You boys ready?
Ram down, baby. Oh my gosh, what a cool animal. I legit have chills right now. I told you I was gonna take you somewhere special, Thomas. We flew halfway across the country to Odessa, Texas to visit the home of Friday Night Lights, Permian High School. I'm talking the movie Friday Night Lights, not the show. Those of y'all who think the show is better than the movie, y'all are crazy. But I want to find the spot where Mike Winchell threw the football at the end of the movie to the kids, the next generation that were running around in the parking lot. Just want to walk in those footsteps. Where's the stadium? I mean, this is big time Texas football. They don't play their games with little metal bleachers. They got arenas. This is it. This is what I was expecting. Brings me back. Yep, this is where it happened. Mike Winchell, out in the parking lot, end of the season. Oh man, that was worth the drive. Oh. I'm thinking. We came all this way. Why don't we go hunt some AUDAD while we're down here? This is not what I think of when I think of Texas. We're in like the Big Bend, western border of Texas. Hill country, mountains, canyons. It's beautiful out here. Hunting AUDAD this week. I'm actually back with Perennial Outfitters. Old twisty mustache man, Jordan, who I hunted with for my axis deer this past summer. We're going after the Barbary Sheep, AKA the AUDAD, for the next 5 days. And we're about to hike up to the top of that plateau, which doesn't look that bad from down here, but I know how this goes. As soon as you get closer to that thing, it's gonna get huge. But ready to go. We're actually packing camp up there. We got base camp down here, spent the night here last night. But we're gonna set up a spike camp up on top for the next couple nights and try to find us some sheep. Let's go.
Rocky talkie.
We're tactical, boys.
Dude, Rocky talkie.
Hey,
I like it.
Keep the radio chatter to a minimum, please.
Yeah.
No comms. No
code,
comms.
yeah, keep the comms clear.
I like have it on
Code
while I'm
names
eating
only.
dinner tonight.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I forgot something. The sunglasses. It's not that important, but I gotta look cool with the boys. All right, we got camp set up. We're not too far from base camp down there, but we wanted to get in a spot where we could just wake up and glass. We got a ton of country that we can hunt. Basically as far as you can see to the other side of the canyon over here, this big peak, all the way up to the like midway up or to the base of that peak. And then up on top of this mesa and that big hill over there. So it's a lot of ground. I think that's more than we can cover probably in 5 days. But we're gonna hike up here to this glassing knob and go poke around and see what we can find. It's pretty crazy. Like, looking out at this habitat, I would not think there's a lot of animals out here, but there are giant elk, mule deer, black bears, mountain lions, AUDAD, bunch of quail, javelina,
Desert bighorn.
desert bighorn. It's just pretty wild how animals adapt to terrain like this. We got eyes on our first sheep. Garrett spotted them. There's for sure 2. I'm pretty certain I saw a 3rd, all rams. And they're comically all the way back down on the bottom. Not close to camp, but pretty much the same elevation as camp.
That ram hook's really good too. Yeah, that one on the right might actually.
Yeah, he's actually bigger than I thought. He's the right one's getting up. That one's bigger.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're about to make a play. I didn't think I was crazy. When I first glanced down there, I thought I saw 3. And it looks like he's kind of working his way up to the face of this big hill right here. So we're gonna poke our head over this next ridge here, get eyes on them, and then make a play. Let's go.
Don't move. You should be able to see him where you're. Stopped over right here. Just caught him walking across. He must have heard us walking over the top, and he just keeps looking up here and walking this direction. So maybe he thinks we're more sheep. Hey.
to squeeze one through that stuff, potentially. If he was like 2 feet farther forward. I think our wind just kind of swirled.
It stopped. Yeah, we had a really good wind.
Yeah, it was in our face good, and then he never saw us. If he had just gone, I thought he was gonna come up right here and pop out at 20 yards, like facing us. I was just gonna take him frontal. Oh my gosh, that would have been epic. All right, that's a wrap on the day. We got to go back down to camp and get some more food and water. And I think the plan is to come back up here tomorrow and move camp even higher so we don't have to hike back and forth every time. This kind of hunting checks pretty much all the boxes for me. I already love just like hiking in the mountains, scrambling on rocks, and backpacking like this, and then you add in hunting a really cool animal. I don't think it gets much better than this. So got 3 more days left. We got time. We got plenty of time. Right up there where that rock face on the left kind of meets that bottom bowl that comes up. That's right where we had the encounter yesterday. He dropped down into the bowl, this kind of mid bowl area, and we thought he'd wrap his way around the side. But Jordan was up on top when we stalked him, and he said he never saw him come around the side, so he might be like on this face somewhere. I'd really like to turn that ram back up because we got history now. We did a whole loop around the mesa this morning. Glassing from the road, did not see anything, so we decided to hike back up to the top. We're about halfway up to the top and just spotted a big group right on the face that we basically side hilled to get to that ram yesterday. I think there's like 30 or something. I think the plan is just to sit here, watch these sheep, and just keep glancing around, see if we find anything else. But they're in a spot where we really can't make a move right now because they have a vantage point and can see this entire basin. And it doesn't seem like there's a ram in there that's worth going after. It's mostly just ewes and young rams. So I'm told. I can't judge them from this far away, but I think these guys know what they're talking about. Well, we just hiked all the way to the top of this dang mountain again. Got up here and spotted a big group of sheep, like, I mean, that's literally probably 2 miles away, maybe farther. All the way in the middle of that mesa. Guess the plan is to bomb down. We got like 2 hours of daylight left. Get in the quad and try to get there before dark. Assuming y'all can hear anything over here, right? Yeah, so we shot up that gap, couldn't see anything, dropped down, and then like there's like another ridge, little ridge, and there's a big chute that kind of comes up right there.
Yeah, big draw.
Is that where the road is?
Yeah,
Okay.
down in the bottom of it.
Yeah, so they were coming down that chute, and we had just crashed at the top of it, and one of the ewes saw us or heard us or something and just locked onto us. So we stood there for probably 30 minutes and didn't move a muscle, and the whole group eventually like swung down below and were curious and came back up and got within like 35, 40 yards of us and just all stood up on the rocks staring at us.
No ram.
Yeah, well, there was a few that were questionable whether or not they were rams or ewes, and then there's one ram like in the back that I would say was not a shooter. So last night we were right up here on top of this cliff. We want to get back up there, but we're waiting for the wind to kind of pick which direction it's going to blow. It's supposed to be coming out of the west, which is perfect, which would be coming this way towards the cliff. We had our standoff like right up here. The sheep circled and then got up on the spine, and they were running across the top of this cliff face. We're hoping they stayed up there. There's a chance that they worked their way down, like all the way off the edge and maybe across the valley. But if they're not spooked, there's really no reason for them to leave. Well, we are on the dusty trail back home. Tails slightly tucked between our legs. Yesterday, we pretty much did the same thing as the day before. Rode around trying to find a sheep. Yesterday morning, we didn't see anything. And then yesterday afternoon, we actually got on some sheep. Thomas was really sick, so we were trying to kind of self-film, and we had some camera issues. I ended up chasing a group of sheep like literally up a cliff and tried to film a little bit with the GoPro, but never caught up with them. Again, it was another scenario where if we had a rifle, it would have been pretty dang easy, but that was pretty much the last big game hunt of the year for me. And now it is prep time for 2024. But appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll be back to Texas chasing some AUDAD for sure. All right, y'all, it has been about 8 months. It's October. The last AUDAD trip I was on was back in February, and we decided to come to a different property. This is actually the property that I access deer hunted a couple years ago. The property that we just hunted was really tough for bow hunting. It was just wide open and never really had like a close opportunity. So this place, as you can see, has a lot more cedars and brush, a little bit more mild terrain, a lot easier to move around and stalk in. And then it's got this riverbed that goes like all the way through the middle of the property, and there's these bluff walls kind of all along the banks of it. I feel like I'm gonna see a stampede of zebras and giraffes like running down this dry riverbed. Or maybe Mufasa. Y'all have lions out here, right? Lions?
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah. Already just spotted a couple groups of sheep up on this bluff here. But we got 5 days to try to make it happen down here. And say we're off to a pretty good start. We've been sitting here for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Thomas just spotted one making a break for it across the river from like the direction we came from. And it looked like a really nice ram. Big ram.
That looks like a good ram.
He's that's a definite shooter, so we're gonna loop back around where we started. It looks like he was on a mission, so October right now. These things are rutting. It looked like he was just cruising, like looking for you or something. But he cut across the river and then went up into this thick brush, which we don't really have a play on him in that brush. But it's still early, so we're gonna get just downwind of him, kind of the direction that he's going, and hope that he pops back out in this river and we can make a play. It's getting a little late in the morning, so I think we're gonna head back to camp. We haven't seen anything in probably an hour. So most likely they went up on top of this bluff up here and bedded down. So we're just gonna go head back to camp, then come back here this evening, and hopefully they'll work their way back down. Took a little siesta, back at it. We're walking back to where we kind of left off this morning. And we just spotted some sheep up on like the bluff of the riverbank. So let's go get set up. It's creepy. Just got here. Thomas spotted these sheep. Right now they're a little off the property, so we need them to come this way. Just kind of see what they do. Hang tight for a bit. Did you see your life flash before we had it?
I puckered that pretty good.
On the move. We'll just see what they do. Just stay on the radio. You see him? Let's just see what they do. They're like running this way. Let's just move up another 100 yards. Cut the distance in half. I think it's because we're close to the wall. There's two bedded like 75 yards against this wall. The big group was getting pushed around out in the open. And I can hear them like in this brush now. I think they're coming our way. I think we just need to sit tight right here and wait for them to come to us.
Did you see him running this way?
They were just like kind of slow. I mean, they were walking this way still. They should come right through here. That is crazy. So we're still 175 yards from the main group. The ram is somewhere farther down in kind of a thicket of trees up on the face. But plan is still to just hang tight. We still got Probably an hour left of daylight. It's got their attention. That was good.
That's close. That's what
Got him curious. The rock method. Like a charm.
That was pretty dang cool.
Yeah. They're majestic animals, dude. Like, their chaps just blowing in the wind. It's cool. Really cool. We had another ram. I keep wanting to say bull. I've been elk hunting so much this year. There's another ram that came across the top of the bluff and then came down this little ramp. I kind of thought he was going to come over here because I thought he saw that ewe. It's getting dark, so we're going to go ahead and back out here before they come over here and we end up spooking them. But we'll be back here in the morning. Day one is in the books. It's a good start. We just got here right at it's still dark as the sun was just popping. There was a bunch of sheep down in here. We had a group of maybe 20 ewes, maybe one small ram. But there's a bunch down here too. And it looks like that same ram that we were on last night is in this group, or at least another one that looks very similar. I think we're gonna go ahead and get down here and basically just get in position to where once the sun starts coming up and they come off the riverbed, we're in a position to ambush them. I have a confession. Peer pressure has gotten to me a little bit. Well, not yet, but it's working. It's working on me. I let Jake bring the rifle with us this morning. I'm not using it yet, but we're gonna give it this morning with the bow, and then we're gonna have the rifle just in case. If there's one that's way out there and he's big. Apparently the one that we were on last night was real big. So it's day number 7 chasing these things with a bow. It's really hard to get close enough to shoot one with a bow. And I'm not gonna go home empty-handed, so if a rifle opportunity presents itself and the bow option is just out of the question, then we might pick it up. Go ahead and start writing your comments down below. What you think about that? I won't read them.
That's him right there.
I didn't have a clear shot.
He's running.
Should we keep chasing? We got another few hundred yards, 500 yards.
He's gonna be just around that corner.
I like to listen to jazz when I shoot. Well, the gun is on. Not for sure taking it out. Just making sure she's ready. Just like to have our options open, you know? Yep. Ram.
Where at?
See that brown spot up there? Straight.
I see him.
Well, we just spotted a ram and a bunch of ewes up on this bluff on the way to back to our spot. And it looks like a big one. But right now we have no play on him. We just gotta wait for him to come down into the river. And then Jake's gotta convince me to break the rifle out.
Hopefully we can get that mega down with a bow, but I'd way rather chase him. Find that.
Than that one.
I mean, I think that one's a 3-footer over there, so
3-footer?
yeah. 36 inches, 36 plus.
Is that good?
That's insane. That is insane.
He just looked real heavy and it looked like he was a lot wider.
He definitely has a good mass. I don't think
Yeah.
he holds a candle to that one over there
Really?
that we saw last night.
I still can't judge them very well. It's really hard to tell. It's easy to tell like their body size
Yeah.
and their chaps and stuff, but their horns is tough to tell the difference. Unless there's like a drastic difference.
Yeah, there's definitely one of the more difficult animals to judge.
All right, well, let's go post up.
Let's do it.
There's some out in the field out here too. All right, guys, it's morning number 3. we're set up in a spot where we were hunting last night. We got into some sheep last night on this big flat. And basically what this is like a big bend in the river. And you can see all these bluffs on the other side of the river. A lot of these sheep are like bedding and just like living up on these bluffs, but then they're coming down onto this flat to feed. So we got like 2 trails that come up off the river, one back behind us and then one over here. If we don't see him close, we'll probably see him up on these bluffs and then we'll make a move from there. We're just walking up to our usual spot. It's literally right here, 100 yards up here, and that ram just walked around the corner. Just kind of caught us out in the middle of the road. I'm getting real close to committing to that rifle. It's just like, how many times can you get close with the bow? And we don't have all day. Well, we have all day today, but we don't have that many days. We got limited time out here, and I don't want to go home empty-handed, so it's getting very tempting. Cue the somber music, please. Well, there comes a time in every man's life when he just has to say enough is enough. And I think that time for me is right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Lift X. Please forgive me. But your time has expired. All right, we're headed out and we're not coming back until we kill something. So we got the whole cooler loaded down, but we're going to check out the back half of the ranch that we have not been to yet. Hopefully catch some fresh rams that haven't been pressured. Reach out and touch one with the rifle. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Our biggest ram did come from back there, so hope we can get on a big one. Let's go.
All right, we spent all day on the backside of the ranch. spotted a couple sheep but no shooters, and then we just drove back to this side because a wise man once told me don't leave fish to find fish. So we said we're coming back to the river. Just got back here and there's 4 sheep, at least 2 rams, maybe 3. We're gonna go get a better look at them. He's facing us. I'm gonna wait till he turns. He's gonna fall off that cliff. You boys ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Sending.
Smoked him.
We shoot him again?
Yeah. There you go.
Ram down, baby. I just got blasted. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man. Wow, that
Just killed a stud.
is a lot easier than a bow. That was fun. I could I could get behind that.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he goes straight out almost. It doesn't look like he curls a ton,
Yeah.
but
He's pretty wide.
yeah.
Got good mass on him.
What a cool spot though too.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, we might have a little bit of trouble getting up there. Might be a little sketchy, but he
Down in the bottom.
huh?
He's down in the bottom.
What do you mean?
He's in the river.
Did he roll?
Yeah, he rolled all the way down.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. I'm dead serious. He's in the bottom.
Oh, I didn't see that. I took my eyes off of him.
Yeah, he rolled all the way down.
Oh, there we go. He rolled to the river. Dude, what a cool hunt. Try to get it done with the bow. That was tough. Had to pick up the rifle, and I don't regret it. Let's go check him out. Oh my gosh. What a perfect landing spot. Literally fell onto a bed of mulch. Oh my gosh, what a cool animal. What a freaking cool animal. Praise the Lord. Golly, man, what a hunt too. We, this is probably day 8 or 9 of hunting these things. Hunted down south for 6 or 7, I guess 6 days back in February. And then this is day 3 or day 4 of this hunt. And almost got it done with a bow. Had a pretty epic first 2 days, and then just decided to pick up the rifle. And I didn't know how I'd feel about it if we got it done, but honestly, I have no regrets whatsoever. What a freaking cool experience, what a cool place. And these animals are wild looking. So I didn't see him fall off. I shot the first one, first shot was good. And then I took my eye off the scope and didn't see him roll off. And he probably fell, I don't know, 40 feet off this cliff. Got a little scuffed up, but it just adds to his character. Appreciate it, Jake.
Yes, sir. Glad I can help you out.
I believed in you.
Well, this is the first hunt that I brought my mini Bible because we were gonna be sitting up there glassing. So
Yeah,
had it in my pocket the whole time.
I love that.
Came through.
No, we've been talking about, like, I've had a kind of a rough go. This is the biggest, like, first world problems ever. I realized that because it's just been like hunting related stuff mostly. But I've kind of had what feels like bad luck over the last couple years. And so we were sitting up there at that other spot. I think it took that other spot to get me to realize how many sheep were over here, first of all, but just like I don't know, I kind of just reflected for a bit and was just trying to get a more positive, optimistic outlook. What I really did was I thought to myself, what would Lee do? And I determined that Lee would be sitting on this river and waiting for another sheep to come by. So I was like, all right, we're going to the river. Thanks, Lee.